to discuss. When it come to news, ain't no better than us. When it come to news, ain't no one you can trust. We got a lot to touch, so it's time to crush. We got a lot to discuss. When it come to news, ain't no better than us. When it come to news, ain't no one you can trust. We got a lot to touch, so it's time to crush. So it's time to crush.
Peace and blessings, and welcome back to Xbox Frontline News with your boy, the King. And on this incredible Saturday, we just got finished playing Gears of War E-Day yesterday on Fight Night Friday. I want to thank everybody that showed up for Fight Night Friday. It's always a success, and you help us get there. Fridays is the best day of the week because we get a chance to do the news and then fly straight into Fight Night Friday, which we actually use that vehicle to play video games. And one of the games that was allowed for us to play early was Gears of War E-Day. It's the open beta. Now, the last week there was a closed beta. We played that on Fight Night Friday. And this weekend we played the open beta with a lot more stuff that was available to us, but all our information carried over from the last weekend. Now, we do have some controversial topic when it comes to Wolverine. And I do want to get into what people are viewing as maybe a disappointment. I myself, I'm a Marvel nut, as you can see behind me. I'm going to have to tell you to pump the brakes. I must play this game and I must get to the end, because I'm telling you, I actually love everything about Marvel and all the characters. Now, if you got a chance to see the Marvel Universe's Doomsday new trailer, the third one, I think, that trailer looks phenomenal. It's focusing on Doom, and this is like what it says, hell bends to doom. Like, it is absolutely crazy. If you haven't seen it, go see it. I can't post it here, but again, I love everything Marvel. And Gears, well, you know they had a comic book, right? You know who did that, right? Yes, sirree. But let's get into this topic today. It's two topics. It's Gears and it's Wolverine. Short video, but impactful. Now, this article is brought to you by Eurogamer. And Eurogamer, dropped this article last week, but it's still, how can I say, relevant today. Now, a lot of times we want to know how one game does against previous games in what I would call the lineage of the titles. And this being poignant when it comes to the fact that Gears has had a multiplayer from its inception. And multiplayer games, we get a chance to see how they do against the past games based upon they already have a fan base. Now, Gears of War E-Day multiplayer beta blows past the series records on Steam. And this is brought to you by Connor Marker. I understood that Gears would blow past it based upon they have done something completely different when it comes to their Horde mode. They have a Horde Siege mode, which is an extraction shooter. The game plays mind-blowingly fun. All the nuances that they add to Gears, like the jump button, the clamor, it takes Gears and gives it a verticality that wasn't there before. But the reliance on your team, while also helping out other teams in the world, changes the dynamic of Gears forever. And I believe this is the turning point and the building blocks for how multiplayer games on the Xbox will go forward. Could you imagine a Halo multiplayer that has a siege horde mode like this, where you take groups of your Spartans and move it from locale to locale while achieving absolutely mission side quests, stuff like that, and extracting? I think that is the basis of this whole thesis. Did Gears exceed the previous gen multiplayer metrics based upon Horde Siege mode, which is an incredible feat. Compared to previous Gears of War games released on Steam, this new record of Gears of War E-Day hit 14,000 in its first 24-hour peak. Gears of War Tactics all-time peak was 7,351, while Gears of War 5 hit a peak of 10,196. Gears of War Reloaded came in at a measly 4,819. Some important context here. The original trilogy is not present here, nor is Gears 4, in addition to prior releases on the Gears of War 5, would be available through alternative storefronts like the Microsoft Store, which will get this game up and going. And I believe this exclusivity will soon extend that way. In fact, Gears of War 5 was playable on launch relatively cheaply for the price of Game Pass subscription. It's very possible that the initial player count figures were much higher then. We know that through an old Microsoft blog post, it was a record-breaking PC release, apparently tripling the performance of the Gears of 4 release. Even so, it's likely that Gears of War E-Day Beta can perform even better. Not only are we're not properly enjoying the weekend yet, this game is set aside for those who have pre-ordered the game. For anyone else curious about the game, they can also do so without paying a penny this week for the open beta. I actually love everything about Gears of War E-Day so far. I cannot wait to dive into the campaign. This game is setting pace for what seems to be a fundamental building block in the annals of Xbox. Wolverine is set in a world where the Marvel character has to be smooth as silk in order to move around. Unlike Spider-Man, which is an open world game, Wolverine is a little bit more of a cinematic affair, and it's kind of linear in its approach. I'm dying to see how Insomniac Games works their magic with this title. A lot of things have been said. Well, people got their hands on the game this weekend, and after hearing this, I think you might come around to what Wolverine's putting down. So this is brought to you by Push Square and Sammy Barker. The game feels super smooth, with Wolverine will run at 60 frames per second with ray tracing on the base PlayStation 5. Insomniac is one of the best developers in the business and certainly amongst the strongest studios under Sony's umbrella. It's not massively surprising to learn the studio is aiming to deliver an unprecedented experience when it comes to Marvel's Wolverine at 60 frames per second with ray tracing enabled, all on the base PlayStation 5 at launch. This performance mode will be the game's default option on Sony's lowest spec console, marking a first for Insomniac. Senior Project Director Jesse Reed told IGN, "From early on in development, we knew we wanted to make this 60 frames per second, working on a base PlayStation 5 in performance mode, and we've definitely been able to accomplish that. This game feels super silky smooth." The head of technology, Mike Fitzgerald, said Insomniac delivered the type of fidelity that the PlayStation 5 should have. Of course, the level of optimism bodes well across the board. If you're lucky enough to own the PlayStation 5 Pro, you should expect the visuals to be pushed even further on that hardware. I myself have a Pro, and these are the reasons why I purchased my Pro. I want high fidelity graphics with silky gameplay, and it seems like Insomniac has dialed it in into delivering what I expect from my Pro. And of course, this level of optimization bodes well across the boards. If you're lucky enough, that Pro will do everything that you ask for. A lot of the pre-release footage have been based on Sony's supercharged console and looks absolutely pristine. It's no real surprise to see Insomniac stretch the current PlayStation to its absolute limits like this. The developer has been making Sony systems sweat for several generations now. And this information is brought to you by the Tech Spot and Alfonso Mauricio. Marvel's Wolverine arrives complete on disc just as the physical gaming fades. Insomniac still recommends downloading the game day one patch. And this is where I have a fundamental problem when it comes to developers. If the game is complete, if the game is great and it's all on the disc, why should we have to have a day one patch? Because these companies, whether you want to believe it or not, when a game goes gold, and that means when it's ready to ship, when it's been pressed up and is ready, pushed out the door, that means that it's in a stable state, that is no game-breaking bugs that actually can crash the system, but it's still being optimized in the background by the studio before release. Wolverine is in that state. In a nutshell, Marvel Wolverine is scheduled for release in a month's time, and X-Men fans are eager to play Insomniac's games, the new title, on their PlayStation 5 consoles. According to project director, Wolverine will also be one of the last PlayStation games designed as a complete experience that works right out of the box. During a recent interview, Insomniac's senior project director, Jess Reiner Reed, confirmed that Marvel's Wolverine will bring a pleasant surprise to players of a physical game release. The upcoming action game will be fully playable from the disc, meaning the user will be able to enjoy the experience straight out of the box with no mandatory day one download. Marvel's Wolverine will come with a physical and digital editions, Reiner Reed said. Insomniac developers are working on a day one patch designed to further polish the experience, but there appears to be no requirement to download the update before the consumers can start playing the game from the get-go. While confirming the game will offer a complete on-disc experience, Reiner Reed encourages gamers to download the patch anyway. Insomniac's approach to development means the update could tweak and improve the game considerably, as the developers are still busy polishing just months before its release. And that's exactly what I'm talking about here. Again, at the end of the day, one of the last physical games that we're going to have on disc from the publisher. Enjoy it. Time is short, but enjoy it. And I can't wait to hear all of you guys talk about Wolverine. Now, with Gears of War E-Day open beta raging this weekend, I'm pretty sure a lot of you guys are still playing, having fun, running it up on these bumps, getting your, loadouts tight, doing your mods. The game has so much to offer. And I'm telling you this, I can't wait to hook up back with my squad as we hit back on these Gears of War streets and we take down all of these enemies. The objectives was crazy. The horde mode is nuts. The siege is incredible. The extraction is dope. It is a warlike environment for the first time brought to Gears that I can appreciate. And I'm not gonna lie, I'm super excited for how you guys see the game. So leave in the comments below if you got a chance to play the open beta, if you got a chance to play the closed beta. Let me know if you got a chance to play Gears of War E-Day at all. And what is your thoughts about it? How does the visuals stack up to what your anticipation of the game was? Was it below your expectations? Was it above your expectations? Or did it meet your expectations? For me, it came in well above, because I thought that a lot of that stuff was probably on PC. Well, sorry to tell you guys, it's not. And it's all brought to you by the power of your Xbox. So let me know what you think about Gears of War E-Day open beta. This weekend it's up, and we get ready for Gears of War in October. Wolverine just a month away from now. We're going to get a chance to play Insomniac's game. And Again, as a Marvel fan, I am super ecstatic. I hope you guys are too. I see the conversation surrounding the face of Wolverine, talking about it looks like Black Myth, Wukong. It's cool. Half the time he's gonna have the mask on anyway, so I really don't care. But I get it with you guys. If that's how you feel about it, fine. You know, it's your money. But I'm more in tune with whatever the story is going to be. I've noticed that lately with Sony, they have been going a certain way with me, and I tend not to like those interpretations of their video games. So hopefully this game does have a high Metacritic score based upon a very good story, because we know graphically it's there. But controversy hasn't missed Wolverine. Now there's an old Ben 10 360 game that they're comparing Wolverine to, explaining that the gameplay is just ripped off of older titles. And you know, the big boss mode where you fight the big boss and you swing at the boss arm, because they put the arm down on the board and you slash it and it reels back and it starts another damage cycle. Okay, it's been done for years. Astrobot done it. Everybody's done it. And I know it's old hat. And I know a lot of you guys just want new and not old. Well, I say, yeah, you're gonna have to fight through this one. Hopefully there's more battles to be had that shows a lot more diversity in the gameplay. Wolverine is kind of like a one-trick pony. All he has is his claws. So it's not like Spider-Man where he can have multiple gadgets and do multiple things. And this is going to be a different beast, and hopefully it doesn't disappoint. Well, this is Xbox Frontline News with your boy the King. Oh man, I'm glad that you went through this video. Listen, members get this video early, with subs getting it later. And also, if you won the gift package, trust and believe that those packages are heading out to you. Make sure that you reach me on socials so I can get your information, so I can get those packages out to you. But I want you to do what I'm about to do, which play some Gears of War E-Day. I want you to go with Gamers Game and Winners Win. And I want you to try to play the Game Pass.
Finders, real hustlers, they'll try everything. Work in Madison Square Garden, he'll flip burgers. That didn't work. Oh, that's a real hustler right there, a real grinder. Somebody, oh, that didn't work, I'm going to try this. Oh, that didn't work, I'm going to try this. Hey, man, and keep a sense of humor while you failing, and keep on laughing and watch them breaks come and watch God just bless you. Bam!